Good evening. I'm still reporting on the Las Vegas tragedy. Here is what's new and mysterious with this case. Item number 1. Your Newswire reports the following post on 4chan on September 11th, predicting the Las Vegas shooting in a series of 3 mysterious posts. Post number 1, posted at 5:08 a.m. Look, I feel bad for some of you on this website, so I'll let you in on a little secret. If you live in Las Vegas or Henderson, stay inside tomorrow. Don't go anywhere where there are large groups of people. Also, if you see 3 black vans parked next to each other, immediately leave the area. You're welcome, John. Post number 2, at 5:28 a.m. It's called the High Incident Project. They want to make the American public think that places with extremely high security aren't safe. They are trying to create more regulations. You will see laws proposed within the next few years to put up more metal detectors and other security devices. Media and politicians will be saying places with lots of police need even more police. I can't guarantee anything will happen tomorrow, but Las Vegas is on their minds. John. Post number 3, posted at 5:55 a.m. If their plan is successful, State of Nevada will pass a law in the future making all casinos have mandatory metal detectors and backscatter machines. Soon after, a federal law will be passed to put these machines in universities, high schools, federal buildings, you name it. OSI Systems and Chertoff are the main producers of these machines. Sometime around 2020, Chertoff and OSI will merge into a single company. After they merge, the owners will sell off all their stock and make billions in profits. Mr. Chertoff has been in contact with Sheldon Adelson. Mr. Adelson will become a huge sponsor of these machines, and he will be the first to put them in his casinos when the new law passes. This is my last message for now. Don't expect me to return anytime soon. John. Then there's item number 2. Mary Lou Danley, the girlfriend of the Las Vegas shooter, has returned to the United States and is cooperating with the FBI. Danley has admitted that the shooter wired her $100,000 into the Philippines 1 week before the massacre, telling her to go buy a house for her and her family. The shooter's brother says, "We're wealthy people. $100,000 isn't a lot of money." Item number 3. A man who looks like the shooter was dressed in a pink NASA t-shirt and was spotted some weeks ago at a Bernie Sanders rally against Trump. Item number 4. I have dismissed the 4th floor shooter rumors. Why? Because in the morning light, there are no windows broken on that floor. Only 2 on the 32nd floor. Item number 5. Shooter had 50 pounds of plastic explosives that can be ignited by merely shooting a bullet into it. This is enough to drop a significant portion of the hotel he was in. You can't buy this at a gun store. Item number 6. According to the sheriff's presser this evening, there was some sort of a note left by the shooter, but it was not a suicide note. The sheriff would not say what was in the note, but apparently it was very incriminating. Item number 7. According to the sheriff, the shooter had planned to escape, though he would not reveal why he was so sure of this. Item number 8. The sheriff said the shooter could not have acted alone, or he would have been Superman. Item number 9. Wendy Miller from Cooroy, Australia, on the Sunshine Coast, spoke to the Courier Mail and said that she and her husband were sitting in the bar in the next-door Luxor Hotel when she saw what she described as a man of interest run by. He sprinted through the Luxor after coming off an escalator from the Mandalay Bay Hotel, where the shooter was. This man was wearing a security jacket, and he was being chased by several other men wearing identical security jackets. Item number 10. According to a breaking Fox News report, several of the shooter's bullets were lodged in 2 aviation fuel tanks at the McCarran International Airport. Each tank holds approximately 1/4 of a million gallons of jet fuel. It was about an 1,800-foot shot from the Mandalay Bay Hotel. A final note. My first 2 reports on the Las Vegas Massacre have been demonetized, as have 8 of my last 10 reports. I predict that this report also will be demonetized. I'm still reporting from the one-time free speech capital of the world. Good day.
Then, survivors of the event that were telling CNN that there were multiple shooters from multiple angles, by the way. And it's out there. All these witnesses are talking about multiple shooters from multiple angles. So this is not just my analysis. It's out there. But the official story is this one lone gunman. Sound familiar? Like the JFK assassination? Oh, it's a lone gunman. Don't ask any more questions. Don't look any further. Oh, and guess what? The guy shot himself. How convenient. Yeah, we can't ask him any questions, can we? No, he shot himself. Case closed. The FBI already said case closed. Now, don't worry. Doesn't involve terrorism. Doesn't involve ISIS. The same FBI that has spent like a year and a half investigating Trump and still can't clear him for the Russia conspiracy has managed to clear Stephen Paddock in less than 12 hours. Isn't that's called, beyond Mission Impossible. That's like investigation impossibilities right there with the FBI. Or maybe they've been waving magic wands over their heads and they've suddenly gained investigations competence. Suddenly they can clear people in 12 hours after a shooting. That's amazing. Wow. They should get all the cases done in the next week, I guess, because they're so fast now. They're so effective. It's amazing. We're lucky to have them. We should bring James Comey back, right? This stuff's incredible.
This morning we woke up to the news of another senseless shooting, this time in Las Vegas.
I'm sure just like many of you, I woke up this morning to the devastating news coming out of Las Vegas.
We all woke up to some absolutely devastating news this morning.
We've all been coming to terms today with the horrifically sad news and awful images coming out of Las Vegas since this morning.
I do want to start tonight by addressing the horrific shooting in Las Vegas.
Today, the national conversation is about the shooting in Las Vegas, and jokes aren't appropriate to address the shock and the grief and the anger we all feel.
I just want to express that my staff and I are truly heartbroken for the families of all the victims in Las Vegas.
We mourn those we lost, and we think of those who are suffering tonight.
We want to send our thoughts and prayers to the victims and their families and everyone who was hurt by this unimaginable cruelty.
We pray for the victims and for their families and friends.
I would like to send my thoughts to the families of the victims.
To the people of Las Vegas, I can't give you thoughts and prayers. I can only say that I'm sorry.
59 people are dead. Hundreds of people were wounded in what they say was the deadliest mass shooting in modern American history.
And they say that this was the worst in American history.
Last night was the biggest mass shooting in United States history. That's a record that's been set twice in just the 2.5 years that I've been living in America.
I've lived in the U.S., in New York, for 2 years now, right? And in that time, there have been 20 mass shootings. 20 mass shootings in the U.S.
Something needs to change. It really does.
But to Congress, I would just like to say, are there no steps we can take as a nation to prevent gun violence?
So what then are we willing to do to combat pure evil? The answer can't be nothing. It can't.
We need to look to them to actually do something to prevent this from ever happening in the future.
On their birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially when it comes to their birthday.
Absolutely.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
Well, a child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's smile is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
You know, a child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday.
A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday. A child's happiness is priceless, especially on a birthday. You like that?
In consumer